Movies are really good, and the franchises usually have at least one bad film in the franchise. Or trilogy. So today I'm going to stop and give you guys my top 5 picks for favorite franchises and trilogies with no bad movies in it. Coming in number 5, we have How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon is a basically a trilogy, but it does have a some sort of like kids homecoming thing. That was weird, but it's still enjoyable. While while this film did have there was the second film. I still really enjoy that one, and by far the best is the original. Nowhere near as good as the third and the second were nowhere near as good. But these are all amazing films. You can guess why I will put these here because, I mean, you can think about the theme of like the songs, so good. Just an amazing and consistent franchise that keeps on delivering good movies. Hopefully we're not done because there is set to be a live action How to Train Your Dragon, and I'm hoping that this one won't mess up because have been some live action things that have messed up, but there have been some really good ones like The Jungle Book, which is my favorite of the entire Jungle Book movie franchise by far, and it's by far the best live action remake of all time. Aladdin was pretty good as well, though. Bringing us to number 4, we have the Avengers franchise. There are 4 movies. Avengers Age of Ultron being the worst. It's still an amazing movie. There's Avengers Age of Ultron, which is the worst. Then there's the Avengers. Then there's Avengers Infinity War, and then Avengers Endgame. In that order of my least favorite to favorite. So that means Avengers Endgame is my favorite. I love all of these movies. None of them are bad. Even the worst, which is Age of Ultron, by Rotten Tomato percentage, has a 76. Meanwhile, Avengers Endgame, which is the highest, has a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Same as some other really good movies like Logan, Die Hard, so many other movies like that. And The Jungle Book, the live action one, has a 94%, I believe, as well. While it could sometimes have some elements I didn't really like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Avengers ones stayed pure. Like, I wasn't a big fan of the Doctor Strange movies, and Doctor Strange is one of my least favorite heroes of all time, by far. Bringing us to the top 3, we're going to go with Back to the Future. The Back to the Future trilogy, amazing. This is one of those perfect trilogies. You just gotta love it. This is great. It doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel consistent because the third one was pretty smart, but also the original by far was the best. Nowhere near. The third and second weren't as good as the original. I love all of them, no doubt, but the original the best by far. This is one of those perfect movies. You have to always love it, and you can never say that it's bad because it is not. I did once say that there's a time that it was bad because I had never seen it and I just didn't want to and I thought it was boring. That is on me, so I am possibly being a hypocrite. And by possibly, I mean I am, so let me take that back. But I highly suggest watching this because it is amazing. But going into the runner-up for best franchise, we have the Dark Knight trilogy. Now wait, many people put this in first place, so before you just do this, hear me out. This did have some things lowering it, like Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises, which were the first and the last. They were amazing, don't get me wrong, but The Dark Knight was so good, it somehow managed to make Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises feel like deadweight. And just feel like horrible movies because they are compared to The Dark Knight. Because I would rate Batman Begins like 8 out of 10, and The Dark Knight Rises like 6 out of 10, maybe 7. But The Dark Knight, 85 trillion out of 10. Because it is my favorite movie. For now, because because I feel like, I don't know, but if I ever see Die Hard, I feel like that might become my favorite. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. I just extremely love this movie, but coming into my favorite franchise with not a single bad movie in it, and I don't think The Dark Knight Rises, which is the worst, is any bad. It is still an amazing movie. Just saying. But coming into first place for best movie franchise, we have The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings is by far the best. You can never ever say that The Hobbit is. And again, I'm being a hypocrite because when I was younger, well, I am still kind of young, but still. But I did once say that The Hobbit is better, and I was extremely wrong and extremely little, so come on, who can blame me? But The Lord of the Rings has a lot more adventure, has a lot more action. It feels a lot better, has much better payoffs, has a better villain and a better hero. And I honestly love it. I thought Gollum was pretty cool, as like he was one of the villains as well. I would debate that he may have been more of a villain in This Is Sauron, because he basically had no lines other than just making some just like whispering things. But I honestly have no idea if you could really call him a villain. I mean, yeah, I guess you could, but Saruman is also one of the best villains I've ever seen on screen ever, like of all time. And this movie franchise just never feels boring. Okay, I mean, the Hobbit movies, like The Desolation of Smaug, maybe. But other than that, I have no nitpicks with this one. Not anything. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any other suggestions for things I need to watch to put them on here, let me know in the comments below. I will see you guys in my next video. And once again, I hope you guys have a good day, and I suggest you share this with other people so they can see it, because I am looking to grow my subscribers, but that is completely up to you if you want to share it. Goodbye.